let's go about taxation. Taxation in Rwanda, no one is above the law. Really, I don't think it's about dictatorship in Rwanda, unless if we are defining dictatorship in another form. But me, I would say, I wouldn't want to use dictatorship. I would say it's a way of doing things. A system that serves everyone fairly. Unlike in Uganda, we have people above the law. In Kenya, we have people above the law. Not in Tanzania, but in Burundi, Kenya, South Sudan. When I'm now in East African Community, Congo, of course, all those now are members of East African Community. They have people who even control, and yet they don't have power. They are above the law. That in Rwanda is not there. So I would rather have dictatorship of Rwanda than have democracy of all these guys who are doing the wrong things. This same person you're calling a dictator, when you are a minister, and they tell you, go make a road passing maybe down here. You get it? Even if your home is behind here, and you start the road from your home, he will imprison you. Because you've gone against.
But let me tell you something. You know these presidents who have come and they have said for a long time. Somehow they have whether it means to suffocate people, they will suffocate, but somehow they have maintained the stability. Why these people who are still changing after 5 years, that they want to change, then they change. Somehow they are unstable.
Exactly. That's why I said that this is a discussion for another day, because you're there saying Kagame is a dictator. Yeah, you get
sometimes you need to dictate. No, that's hard.
No, that's what I'm saying.
People will not agree.
No, that's what I'm saying. Kagame is a dictator. Yeah. That's what people are saying.
They say he's a dictator.
But I can assure you, I would rather be with Kagame's dictatorship of development. Because you see, his dictatorship, by the me, it's only that people they only don't want to see things in the right way. Me, I would wish, or I would advise people who are looking at Rwanda, they should look at Rwanda as a country which has got a past that any country wouldn't want to be part of. We know what happened in 94. You get it? This same country, this person came, realized that this country needed a direction. He dictated the direction of we need roads, we need our kids in school, we need people to be fair with land. Because you see, so many people having issues actually with Kagame as a president are people who came, and you see most of the group of that went with President Kagame currently were from Uganda, where there was too much freedom of even doing the wrong things, like the things of chasing people off the land, owning acres of land. For him, when he went, he said, you people, we are from Uganda, where there is printing. We've come to our country where resources are limited, especially in terms of land. And forget about land, it is also hilly. So the arable area, the land that can be used, is not so much. It's a country of almost a population of between 11 and 13 million. So he was telling them, you people, the population is so big. These things where you've been doing in Uganda, you're having 100 acres, cannot work. Because if you take 100 acres, the country will be owned by 3 people, 4 people. When you are taking land or buying land, at least buy maximum maybe 20, 30 if you have a farm, so that any other person can get. Is that dictatorship bad in terms of that, or it's good?
So I mean, if you have money in Rwanda, you cannot buy the land that you want?
No, it's somehow limited, because you see, you are going to buy from a person who already has 20 acres. So you buy 20 acres. The other one of that will not sell you because they need. You get it? But all that was set up by Kagame. But the first group he went with would say this whole village is mine. Then I was asking them,
what about others?
Where are others going to be? So this is the person you're calling a dictator. This same person you're calling a dictator, when you are a minister, and they tell you, go make a road passing maybe down here. You get it? Even if your home is behind here, and you start the road from your home, he will imprison you. Because you've gone against. Because you see, the road that we are saying is passing here is serving so many people. For you've gone to a road which is serving one person just going to the office. You get it?
But even them, they already know. You think they can do it?
So is that dictatorship? Yeah?
I think the only way he can manage is to do such, because now if they don't have land,
yes,
he has to say, let's all have this.
Yes.
Not one person taking everything.
Let's go about taxation. Taxation in Rwanda, no one is above the law. Even a minister, unless you have like a conference, you have no right of way. Let me be clear. The only person who has a right of way in Rwanda is the president. And this president also has a right of way in a way that even if he's moving, there's a way, like especially like in Kigali, their roads are a little bit bigger. You get it? There's a way he organized Kigali. Kigali has a very good road network. That kind of inconvenience, like in Uganda, the president has a right of way, the grandchild has a right of way, the friend prize has a right of way because he's a friend to the IGP. You get it? So this person, the minister, has no right of way in Rwanda. He is like any other person. So in short, no one is above the law.
Which is good.
Is that dictatorship? You get it? So let's also learn that certain things are supposed to be dictated. You see, for him, like when he gets like some days where he's supposed to visit like Mukono or like villages, he reaches there and listens to the locals. And the local, if like someone had stolen your property and the courts are frustrating you, yes, they will call that person. He will leave that place when the problem has been solved. Is that dictatorship really?
But
when, and of course you say then at the end of the day, people are talking about tax. You see in Rwanda it's very hard to dodge taxes. You see even
giving a traffic, how we give money to a traffic office, and they meet you, then you are the one even to initiate to give them so that you go.
Yes.
Can you do that in Rwanda?
No, maybe okay. I've not gotten such incidences, but like I'm saying, they have like agriculture zoning because I was part of that project in Rwanda. They come and say people in this area are supposed to plant maize. Yes, the other people are supposed to plant rice.
They even choose for you what to plant in your own garden.
No, these people with big lands.
But it's my land.
I know that.
Then
that's
you tell me plant this.
Yes.
As a must.
Yes, as a must. That's I want to just.
I can't say no.
I just want to give you a scenario why they did that. You get it? Just imagine this is a country with no land. So if they left you to plant anything you wanted,
people would starve.
This person comes, tells you no, plant maize, gives you maize seedlings. You get it? Gives you fertilizer, helps you in harvesting. After harvesting, tells you, take this percent. The other percent gives you money. You get it? But after that, the other food is taken in the government silos to safeguard just in case of hunger. You get it? That's the dictator you're talking about. Who's looking at the bigger country, not looking at the village.
Anyway, they have their issues. That's why they do such. Anyway,
No, that's what
such
I'm
would never work in Uganda.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that because that's what that's the dictator we're talking about.
And that's why they
Who is
call him a
looking at
dictator.
who is looking at fairness?
I think they call him a dictator because they don't know the detail of why he does what he does.
This is a dictator who is looking at fairness of everyone, who believes that everyone has a right to move on the road. No one should stop you because so and so's son is being driven to school. Is that a dictator? Really, let's also be guided. Of course, I wouldn't want to enter into their politics. Every country has opposition and the people in government. And like I've said, and my conclusion, and I'll not change it, every opposition in Africa opposes the good and the bad. That one I'll not change it. I'll not change it, and that's why I wouldn't want to enter into their politics. But at the end of the day, really, I don't think it's about dictatorship in Rwanda, unless if we are defining dictatorship in another form. But I would say, I wouldn't want to use dictatorship. I would say it's a way of doing things. A system that serves everyone fairly. Unlike in Uganda, we have people above the law. In Kenya, we have people above the law. Not in Tanzania, but in Burundi, Kenya, South Sudan. When I'm now in East African community, Congo, of course, all those now are members of East African community. They have people who even control, and yet they don't have power. They are above the law. That in Rwanda is not there. So I would rather have dictatorship of Rwanda than have democracy of all these guys who are doing the wrong things.
So you guys are always commenting that in that Rwandans are not happy. There's too much dictatorship. Why do they even? But other people there are okay. The people who stay there.
No, like
only us outsiders see. They are not happy.
No, like I said, the person who will not be happy is the person who would want to have a convoy of 20 cars and has been stopped. The person who is not happy is the person who will want to bring in their things and doesn't want to pay taxes. Those people will be unhappy, and the people outside will be liaising with these same people who are unhappy. But the majority of the people who are accessing services, whom are very sure that their kids will reach on a zebra crossing and the car will stop and they cross. Even if there is no zebra crossing, the car will stop and they cross.
In Uganda, even where there is zebra crossing, the car is not going to stop.
Yes. These people, where you know that even if you went sleeping on the roadside, moving on the roadside when your eyes are crossed, the border will never knock you because they will never move on a pavement. They will always move on the road. This is the dictatorship we are talking about. And we are praising the chaos of our borders in Uganda because they can stop anywhere, they can take you anywhere, and forgetting to go and check in Mulago what is there when people's legs are hanged up because of the same borders.
Are there borders in Rwanda?
Yes, I've told you they move on the road.
They have their path.
No, they move on the road like the cars. They overtake on this other side, and like ours who just overtake on the wrong side, they don't ride one ways because their punishments are so harsh. Once you commit a crime, your body will be taken and sold.
I heard. If you commit a crime in Rwanda, if you're my brother and you disappear, they can even imprison me because I'm your sister. And they need to get you, so they will imprison even your family members. Really?
That's why I've said I wouldn't want to enter into their politics. because I've seen what their politics resulted into in 94. I'm a neighbor, or I'm in a district which neighbors the country. Yeah? So I wouldn't want to enter into their because you see some of those statements are so political that sometimes they are wrong or sometimes right. So such a thing, I would rather concentrate on my message whom I know is at home, has been blocked from going to town. The next dam with him on the road and we enjoy.
Thank you guys for watching. If you like this kind of content, kindly subscribe to our channel and give this video a thumbs up. Otherwise, thank you so much again and have a nice day and enjoy the rest of 2024. Bye.